Today I'm going to speak about which heroes I wanna get in Heroes of History Epic Empire and the exact reason why I wanna get these heroes, why those heroes are that important for me. Now obviously I'm already having a decent amount of the heroes, so if I, for example, say I don't like this hero and I wanna get this hero, it's not because I don't like the hero, but most likely it's because I'm having this hero. Now, right now, we're having a Caesar. This is one of the heroes that I'm currently looking to get. So if we check it out, the heroes, the first one is going to be Julius Caesar or Julius Caesar. The reason behind it is pretty simple. I need more tanks for the treasure hunt. I want to go in the higher stage and having a tank that I can actually rely on. Now, I say that this tank is a little squishy from the first look, because after this 3 seconds invisibility, he's nothing anything else to cover up. He's just doing some burn damage and movement speed reduction. I still believe movement speed reduction is great defense mechanics, but still, after these 3 seconds invisibility, it's over. But at the same time, when I look over the heroes that are having this crazy percentage of shields, like having 1000 plus percentage shield, those shields go down for the same time like this invisibility. If the invisibility is going down for 3 seconds, the shields are going down also for around 3-4 seconds. So no crazy stuff's happening here from point of defense mechanics. The only thing that I really don't like that much over the Caesar is this is the only defense mechanics that he's having. Yes, I can say the 60% movement speed reduction is very nice. This is one of the main reasons I'm currently looking to get the Caesar. For me, it's above average tank. Some people are saying it's a godlike tank. No, I don't care about the burn damage of the Caesar. I really don't. Maybe only for the souls I actually care. And this invisibility, well, and the taunting for 8 seconds, brother, this is 8 seconds. The moment the invisibility finishes, you're going to have like 5 seconds everybody shooting at you in your direction. You have to survive. You have to have some defense mechanics right there. This is what I don't like, because for example, King Humanos is getting for 8 seconds 12% more defense. Obviously the Caesar is a legendary hero, so by default this bad boy is going to have a solid attack, defense and HP points. Just because it's a legendary, it can go higher level and etc. But still, this is the one of the heroes that I'm looking to get if I can, as soon as I can. But right now I cannot get him. I have like 21 Antimatter, and I'm just going to save it for the other heroes that I'm looking to get. Now the next hero is going to be Napoleon. Now this is a hero that we can actually get from, how to say it, from the normal pools, the normal portals. Napoleon, why I really like this tank, even though that he's manipulator, in same time it's a heavy infantry. This is the first hero that I get in Heroes of History Epic Empire. Back in the days when I started playing this game, I get Napoleon. This is the only legendary I get. And at one point I stopped playing Heroes of History Epic Empire. So after I did that, I came back and my account was not here. After this, I think somebody told me that I have to be specific age to not my account get thrown away or something like this. But I have experience with the Napoleon. The thing I really like about the Napoleon is the damage that he's doing and this evasion or accuracy. Reduce the accuracy of the target by 15% for 6 seconds. This is I think it was back in the day something like, oh yeah, in increasing the evasion. So accuracy and evasion, mostly about the evasion. Now what the evasion is actually doing defines how likely it is for a unit to completely dodge an attack. So you know, you get like 50% chance to dodge an attack, and same time you have accuracy reduction. So they can actually miss you, and at the same time you have a chance to dodge. So this is two defense mechanics right there from the Napoleon. Now the damage is not crazy, I'm not gonna lie, guys. 188% area of damage within the radius of 3, other location within the most enemies. This is going to cover a huge area, I want to point out this thing, but tanks by default is not having big damage at the end of the day. So Napoleon is something that I really want to get just because I don't have good tanks, I mean frontline tanks that is water element. So if I get Napoleon, I'm going to have this type of tanks, and this is going to make me very happy. The other thing is reduce the attack of the targets by 15%, and keep in mind radius of 3 is very solid radius. Radius of 3 is a solid radius. The majority of the cases, or on average, you're going to see we're talking about the radius of 2. Here we're talking about the radius of 3. And all this thing is going to get implemented or as a debuffs over the enemy heroes. So yeah, reduce the attack of his attack for 6 seconds, reduce the movement speed by 50% for 6 seconds. I'm a huge fan of the movement speed. We saw with this thing with the Caesar, we're seeing this thing with the Napoleon. Back in the days, I don't remember do we have this 50% movement speed reduction, but it's an absolutely solid hero. Napoleon Bonaparte is solid hero in Heroes of History Epic Empire. Even in he's not doing the taunt, so I cannot say he's if he was having a taunt, he's going to be way better from Caesar. Way better, way better. But since he's not having a taunt, this is a hero with the second priority for me in form of tanks. But yeah, I really need this water tank right here. The next hero I will want to get is going to be shocking, but it's going to be again tank, and this is going to be George Washington. Now George Washington is the hero that for the first time I saw this 10 times chance up event in Heroes of History Epic Empire, and at this event was actually George Washington, and I was like, should I actually go with this guy? And when I read his spell, is something like grant Spirit Link to all allies for 6 seconds, and this is basically sharing the damage. Spirit Link units share all incoming damage for a certain time. Now what this thing is extremely important, even I can say is unbalanced. The reason behind for the Soul Link or Spirit Link is you're not having chance your heroes to get killed. You know, if somebody is hitting your hero, if some sniper hits some hero that in normal cases is going to get one-shotted, you're preventing the one-shot with this skill. The interesting part here with the George Washington is the Spirit Link is for 6 seconds. He's having 8.4 seconds initial charge and 12 seconds a regular charge. Now if I go over the heroes and actually find what the Awakening is going to give to George Washington. Okay, so Awakening, do we have something? Initial charge, okay, this is the first time when he executes his spell, and yeah, it's not having the regular charge, but still 50% from the time your heroes is going to have this this beautiful defense that the George Washington is just providing, this Soul Link. The other thing is dealing 134 area of damage to enemy within the radius of 2 around him. I don't care about this damage, to be fair. It's nice, okay, it's nice to get something in extra, but I don't care that much. And reduce the accuracy of the targets by 20% for 8 seconds. Now this is a solid one. 20% for 8 seconds, this is covering like 66% from the time the enemy is going to have this accuracy reduction, and this is determinant chance for attacks to hit, so they can actually miss you. You know, you're not having this dodge part from the invasion, from the Napoleon, but you still get some very solid defense mechanics, like this accuracy reduction and the Soul Link. I really like George Washington. Again, he's not having some taunt. That's why I put the Caesar in the first place. The reason behind is with the taunt, I can control where the troops are going, where the enemies are going, in which direction. If I have some heroes like Maria Curie, or if I have some heroes like Medusa, that I have them both, or Menace, I can do a crazy amount of damage just by sticking all the troops at one place and not actually splitting my damage. Now the hero that I was thinking, what should I actually go for? This is actually Vlad. I was thinking over the Vlad Dracula, but personally, by looking his spell, I'm not like 100% sure I really want to go with this hero. I mean, deals total damage 1.3 bleeding damage up to 3 random enemies over 8 seconds. Deals total, so this is going to be total. So if you hit like one target, it's going to do good amount of damage. On 2 targets, it's going to get 50-50 damage on the targets. On 3 targets, it's going to be 33% per target. So this is the thing I really don't like that much, because it's not going to kill the targets. Prioritizing heroes who are not bleeding, heal himself for 15% of his missing HP for each bleeding enemy. This is very nice for the healing he's going to receive, but still, this damage is not something wild. It's not going to be one. It's not going to be cure. Let's say cure. Like for example, Achilles. Achilles is okay. This is level 20 because I already have Achilles, but it's a single damage, prioritizing heroes, getting some crazy attack speed. You know, if I do some comparison between Achilles and Vlad Dracula is way behind, way behind. So yeah guys, just wanted to share with you my personal preference and what is going to be the next targets for my account in Heroes of History. And based on that, I really hope my Heroes of History Epic Empire gameplay get increased so I can make more guides for you guys. Don't forget to hit one like and subscribe for future Heroes of History Epic Empire videos. I wish you great day guys, and yeah, go check out this video, maybe it's going to be something interesting for you. And yes, see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.